Hello student, as the continuation of the video lecture, this one is the next video. So I suggest you to watch the previous one. After that you have to watch this one. Okay. In this video we are going to discuss about asexual reproduction in plant and animals. So the topic is asexual reproduction in plants and animals. So first we are going to discuss about the asexual reproduction in plants. Later we will discuss about reproduction in animals. Okay. So the first one, that is asexual reproduction in plant. Asexual reproduction in plant. This topic you have to already know in class 7. Okay, but here some points are added. Number A point, that is cutting. Cutting, the best example of cutting is that is rose, that you already know about this cutting. Okay, the second one, that B1, is called as layering. The best example of layering is money plant. What you have done in this, suppose that this one is the soil, okay, and you have to just put a plant here, okay, take the plant part and just kept into the soil. Later this plant part has been erased a new plant body and you have to cut it here. Okay, later same thing is happened, you have to keep this plant part in the soil. See here, one more plant will be raised and later you cut it. Okay, so with the help of one plant you have to arise two more plant, you have to obtain two more plant. Okay, so this is the layering part. Okay, the third one, that is most important, that is grafting. The best example is grafting is also a rose plant. Rose, hibiscus, that is gudal. Okay, the best examples are there. Okay, so what you have to do is, suppose that you have to take a plant part, okay, which was just in the soil. Suppose that this one is the soil, okay, and you have to take a plant part and you have to cut that plant part in this shape. Okay, suppose that this is the red rose stem, okay, and you have to place another rose stem here in this way, so that suppose that this is the white rose stem, okay, and you have to bind it or clip it. Okay, the part which was attached to the soil is called as stalk. Okay, and the part which we are added is called as scion. Okay, so these are the two parts, that is stalk and scion. Okay, so white rose, later that in same plant white rose and red rose will be just arising it. Okay, clear this one? Now come to the next slide. Whatever the next slide is that, okay, the next one we have to discuss about that the most important part, number third one, that is, I think that it was a D part. It was a D part. The D part is tissue culture. Which was added in your syllabus. Okay, that tissue culture, the question is, it is also called as micropropagation. So the question is arise that why tissue culture is called as micropropagation. Okay, so the answer is here, to listen it very carefully because maximum question will be arising. The best example of this process is ornamental plant. Okay, medicinal plants, etc. In this process, we can easily grow such type of plant which was used for only the ornamental views or the medicinal views. Okay. So what we have to done in this plant, in this video, sorry, in this process, the first thing is that, okay, the first thing is that you have to take a test tube. You have to take a test tube. Okay. And inside the test tube, we have kept some material that is called culture media. This is the test tube, okay, and this one is the culture media, yeah, medium, okay, and place this test tube in this position, in this position is called as slanting position. This position is called as what? Slanting position. Slanting means tilt position. Slanting, this position is called as slanting position. Okay, here is a base, whatever the base you have. Okay. So the medium which was filled here is just in this way. Okay, so whatever the tissue you have, whatever the plant tissue you have, you have to just keep this plant tissue here. This one is the plant tissue, and this position is a slanting position. Slanting position. Why it was kept into the slanting position? Because it have more area for easily grown of that plant tissue. Okay. So after this, just leave it for some days, okay, in this position, that is slanting position. Later we will observe that this is the slanting position. Later we will observe that some green color structure will be obtained. This structure is called as callus. This structure is called as callus. So the question is arise that what is callus, and in which reproduction it was obtained. So it was obtained in tissue culture. Okay. After lifting of this, okay, suppose that this is the slanting position, and in that slanting position, okay, after lifting of this, the callus will be arise and give more thing. It will be grown. It means tissue has been growing. After growing, just leave it from that test tube and kept these callus or these cells into the soils. Okay, you have to keep this plant into the soil. So the one question is arise that okay, the condition which was performed from a test tube to this one, so this is structure, this which it will be take place in vitro condition. In vitro means in laboratory. In laboratory condition. In laboratory means whatever the performance that it will be take place here, it will be goes in laboratory. But this condition, this one is in vivo condition. In vivo means in environment. In environment. Okay, so the question is arise that, if the question is arise that what is callus, so you have to simply write that the structure which we obtain in the process of tissue culture, the first structure, the first granary structure which we obtain in the process of tissue culture, that is called as callus. Okay, and it will be obtained in vitro condition. Okay, so this answer should be totally correct. Okay. So this is the way that you have to easily obtain maximum ornamental plant or medicinal plant in the simplest way. Okay, so this one is most important. Come to the next one. The next one is a little bit easy one. That's a D. After that we have to discuss about the E part. E, that is spore formation. Spore formation is the best example of spore formation. The best example of spore formation is Rhizopus. Rhizopus, which was commonly called as mucor. Sometimes the question is arise that what is mucor and which type of reproduction take place in it. Simply that is mucor is asking about, that is Rhizopus, which was commonly called as mucor. Okay, so now we are going to see the diagram. How the diagram of mucor. Okay, if you are able to know the diagram, okay, you can easily classify all the things of asexual reproduction. Okay, suppose that this one is the diagram of Rhizopus. That the diagram that I am drawn, that is a diagram of mucor. Okay, and inside that there are so many spores are present. Okay, so first we know the labeling of diagram. This structure is called as sporangiophore. This structure is called as what? Sporangiophore. Sporangiophore. Okay, this structure in which spore was present, that is called as sporangium. Sporangium. The dotted structure are called as spores. This structure is most important, that is called as columella. Columella is the sterile part of that. Okay, only it absorbs the food and increase its size. Okay, this structure is called as operculum. Operculum layer is very soft and very thin. So with the help of a single little jerk, it will be easily open. Okay. This structure is called as stolon. Stolon is the structure. With the help of the stolon, it can be easily, okay, attached to any substratum. Substratum means any place. Okay. Now listen very carefully here, because here I am going to just explain it again. With the help of this, it absorbs so many food with the help of stolon. Okay, and that food is easily transferred and it will be absorbed by columella. Okay, after the absorbing of that, okay, columella help to increase its size. Columella help to increase its size after absorbing the food. If the columella was increased, then it creates pressure on the wall of sporangium. It creates pressure on the wall of sporangium, and at the tip of operculum, that the operculum wall was ruptured. Here we will write that operculum was ruptured. Operculum was ruptured. Operculum was ruptured due to the pressure of this columella, because the columella absorbed this food material. Okay, and the spores which was present inside it are easily dispersed into the environment, and they are so lightly, so easily it can be transferred with the help of water or wind. Okay, and is spread to so many places, and easily they will grow. So this one is the most important one. Okay, clear? Everyone is clear, I think so. Okay, so this one is the E part. Okay, this one is the most important part. Okay, now come to the next one, that is, I think there is E1. Come to the next, that is F1. F1, that is fragmentation. Fragmentation. As the name told you, fragment. Fragment means divided into so many parts. Okay. The first thing that always in your mind, it will be take place in that organism which was filamentous. It means it take place in filamentous organism. Filamentous organism means, okay, those organism which was longitudinal radius. Okay, filamentous organism and having totipotent cell. That one is most important because totipotent cell. Totipotent cell means the cell which have capability, the cell which have capability to produce whole organism. ऐसी cell, those who have capability to produce a whole organism, that is called as totipotent cell. The question is arise from the competitive examination. What is totipotent cell? Okay. So this fragmentation, the best example is fragmentation is Ulothrix. Ulothrix, Spirogyra, Oidogonium, etc. Suppose that this one is the structure of Ulothrix, and it will be divided into so many fragments. Okay, so this one is the structure of this. Okay, okay, so all the fragments have different cell part. Okay, and if it was divided into so many jerk, after it was divided into so many jerk, it will divide into many part, and all the cells, suppose that this cell number 1 and this cell number 2 are divided, the cell number 1 has divided the whole part. The cell number 1 is divided into whole part. This structure is called as fragmentation. This process is called as what? Fragmentation. So this is some points about that asexual reproduction in plants. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about asexual reproduction in animal also, because that one is most important. Okay. So the second one, that is asexual reproduction in animal. Now listen very carefully. Asexual reproduction in the number A1 is fission. You already know about the fission, that is simple one, that is binary fission. The fission is basically two types. Fission is basically what? Two types. Number one, we have to fission means dividing the organism. Dividing the organism. So the organism may be divided into two parts or more than two parts. So fission are of two types. Number one, it is called as binary fission. Binary fission. Binary fission means divided into two equal parts or divided into two parts. Divided into two parts. The best example of that binary fission is amoeba. You already know, if you are going to draw the diagram of amoeba, suppose that if this one is the diagram of amoeba, okay, so this structure is nucleus. The liquid which are present is, that is cytoplasm. Okay, suppose that this is the structure of amoeba, and here it will be just okay. So the nucleus which was present due to the pressure of this furrow, this is the furrow, sorry, FURROW, due to the furrow, the nucleus is divided, this, that is, nucleus is divided, nucleus is elongated and later it divided. Okay, this step is called as karyokinesis. Okay, the liquid that is cytoplasm is divided, that is called as cytokinesis. Okay, after this step the amoeba is divided into two equal parts. Okay, that is two part, not equal part, because they do not have a shape, and it form two cells that is called as daughter amoebae. This is called as daughter amoebae. Okay, so this is called as binary fission. Okay, so this one, first one. Okay, the second one is most important as comparison to this one, that is called as multiple fission. Multiple fission, the best example of multiple fission, the best example of multiple fission is plasmodium. Plasmodium is commonly called as malarial parasite. Okay, what you have to do here, one plasmodium, suppose that this plasmodium have covered itself a hard layer, okay, that is called as cyst. This is the hard layer which was made up of calcium carbonate. Okay, this is called as cyst, made up of CaCO3. Okay, and the process of the formation is called as encystment. Okay, and inside it will be multiplied and divided into so many parts, so it's called as multiple fission. After, due to the pressure of this multiplication, okay, the wall of cyst has become ruptured. The wall of cyst has become ruptured. Okay, and all the plasmodium are easily moved out from. Okay, this is the multiple fission. Okay, the B part that you already know, that is budding. The best example of budding is hydra, yeast, etc. Only the two examples in your syllabus. So first we will know about the hydra. Suppose that this one is the hydra. Here some outgrowth will come. This structure is called as bud. Later that bud have developed, reformed this like a structure. Later it will be just prolonged and it will be detached to the body of main hydra, and it will be formed a different one. Okay, so this is the budding part of hydra. Okay, now come to the yeast one. That is yeast. You also know about the yeast. That is not in your syllabus, but you have to know about this. Yeast is a unicellular fungus. It is a unicellular fungus. Okay, first always in your mind. Suppose that this one is the yeast. Okay, and in that yeast, okay, some bird, lots of bird will be arise. So this is called as chain of bird. Okay, later that birds will be detached to the main plant body, the main yeast, and it will be formed so many yeast. So the production of yeast was too fast. Okay, so these are some points about this one. Next, that is I think that is third one. Binary fission, number one is binary fission, number two is hydra, number third is regeneration. As the name is given, the regeneration, first thing you already know that regeneration is not type of reproduction, but is in your syllabus it was given, so we have to know about this. Okay. So regeneration, the best example of regeneration is planaria. Planaria is the first organism which was present on the surface of Earth. So the diagram is like this. Here is the two eye spot. Okay. Suppose this is divided to this part, divided. Okay. So suppose that this part, okay, help in the formation of new hydra, but only the new part will be arise from it. Only the new part will be arise from it. Okay. The rest one is old. This one is old part, and this one is new part. So not whole body was new. So it is not part of her reproduction. Okay. So I think that every concept should be clear in this video, that asexual reproduction in plant and asexual reproduction in animal. Okay. So in the next part we are going to discuss, in the next video, that is most important. Okay. In the next one we have to know about some sexual reproduction in human being. So some diagrams are there. That is an important video. You have to easily watch it. Okay. So this is all about today. Thank you.